Hey, welcome back everybody. Sign here again with another episode of FTB Skies, and I was looking into my quest book. We've got a couple quests to claim here. And then Trigon arises. There we go. And we can put that away. I managed to get myself a Dice of Fate from a loopy. And 16 gem dust isn't bad, actually. Let's see. That can go away as well. And that. And what do we get? The Ring of Thor. All right. It's one of the better ones. So let me scroll down to my rings. We can wear a lot of them, which is good because I like the Ring of Thor and the Ring of Odin. I do not really care for the Ring of Loki, though. Let's see. And I went ahead, I popped out that Wandering Villager and bought some Wandering Stews. Wandering Trader, Traveler, whatever he is. Traveling Merchant. That guy. Let's see, what else do we have? Monster Hunter. Oh yeah. Never claimed my zombie stuff. Zombie statue. Let me go here. Restoration. Zombie villager spawner. So I've got the thermal blaze variants. I've got the Chimera and the Gaia Guardian. And then this chapter's done. Trigon was a pushover. Oh god, yeah. If you have Apotheosis in a pack, don't rely on boss monsters for anything. Let's see. I just need to make the infused Hell Shelp now to finish off that quest. I went ahead and made the runes off camera because, yeah. Hell Shelp. There we go. Got myself my potion. I just need to enchant this. I've got 105 levels. What the hell? I didn't realize, like, was it Trigon that did that? It would be under progression, wasn't it? Yeah, 100 levels. Wow. I just thought it was 100 points of experience. So I wasn't too worried about it. If I know it was going to be a bonus 100 levels, I would have cleared this thing out first and really build up on experience. There we go. I think it was, what, 45 levels? How do we do the infusion again with you? Yeah, enchanting table, infusion, level 3. Okay, actually it's going to require 60. Because the bookshelves I've got. I think it requires a minimum of 45 levels, but yeah, there we go. And store. There we go. So we go back to overpowered, and I can turn that in. And then we get a storm lens, creative, okay. And then the different runes from the Reaper mod, which was actually a bit of a disappointment. I mean, it would work good, just not in this pack. All right, just the power requirements and everything else is just, yeah, just a bit much for that. Let's say this is what, Rider's Edition? Yeah, well, here, let me upgrade you. And do you not work? I can hold control of that, but not on the storm lens. Damaging plus something. Okay, so right, damaging lens. All right, and creative. I'm guessing that means it'll one-shot things then. Well, that can go in there. All right. Last thing we need here is plutonium now, so we need to get to work on the mechanism fission reactor. And let's see. I haven't had a villager show up in quite a while, actually. How much junk do you have in here? I love how we randomly get clocks. Here. I'm going to need more precision mechanisms for a future quest, so let's go ahead and get 3 going, because I need 2 stacks for, I think, was it here? Yeah. GeForce, go away. Got a driver update. It's like, no, just go away with the pop-up. I'm going to leave this set up here because I need to make the crystallized obsidian, which is also made in here, but it also requires more amber. And liquid slime, which is, the slime's not the problem. It's, in fact, I need amber. I mean, I'm going to need honey. So yeah. Right. So making some fission reactor. Whoop. There. Typos galore. Let's see. Boiler casing. Where are my fission bits? That's my turbine bits. Here we go. And that's reactor glass. Okay, give me like 2 stacks of you. And you went back up to the top. Okay. How big of a reactor do I want to do? That's the question. Give me a stack of these for now, and we'll play it by ear after that. Good amount of steel casings for this. Got a lot of obsidian dust. Oh, and there's something else I hooked up here. I've got a vacuum hopper, or absorption hopper, and a trash void over here. So if I was to go to here, I can't just throw from here, though. Dang it. Then I can come over here and be like, hey, just everything I throw out of my inventory is just going to get trashed. And that is a big help when I'm opening the loot bags from Forcecraft, is it? Oh, hey, purple, don't need it. All right, and it would be nice if I could just, hover over something here and hit Q and have it actually throw it out into the world. But refined storage doesn't let that happen. So it looks like our reactor stuff's done. There's that and that and that. There we go. 4. Let's get 6 for now. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a logic adapter. And I'll worry about those 2 later. If I'm going to be doing this, I'm setting this up over here on my Wither skeleton platform. Just in case I screw this up, which I have been known to do in the past. I don't want to irradiate my entire base. It's a 4x5 right there. 7x7 is probably good, honestly. 5, 6, 7. So that would be a 7x7 cube at that point. Is that it? That's what? Yeah, so. I am out of reactor casing. Okay. I didn't honestly think it would, be enough, but we do have our ports. We have our logic adapter. I'm still going to need these. So we're doing a 5x5. We're doing 3, 5, 10, 13 of those. And then they're going to be 5 blocks tall, so I need 13 times 4 of these, which is, what, 52? Three, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to... Whatever, you know what? Here, just... We're good, right? And I'm going to need a few more of those still, so a few extras not going to hurt matters any. And All right. So now I need these guys in. And so I'm going to need fuel in, waste out, and water in, steam out, right? Really? Oops. So let's go ahead and take you out and you. There and there. Go back to at mech. At net. Hey, quest complete. And let's get you here, right? Nope. Three, there. Like so. There we go. We used up all our assemblies. Get our control rods on top. Like so. Hey, look, we have a functional reactor. All right, so let me get, let's do input on the front here. Let me get a sink. We'll put you here for now. Let's see, do I have ultimate pipes? Yeah, I have ultimate logistical transporters. Okay. And yeah. Dang it, I'm out of steel too. Shouldn't take way too much time to do these. It's taking a little bit of time though. Well, we got one, and there we go. All right, then we can upgrade you, and then upgrade you. And it's a pretty decent rate of water input. So I am going to try to get a closed loop system going, but I am not really good at doing those. So let's go ahead then, and you know what? Here, just so I don't forget what's going on, let's get ourselves some signs. And you, right? I don't feel like waiting for the sawmill. Fuel, we're going to label you as waste. Steam out. And water in. All right, sweet. So now I know roughly what I'm doing. It means I can easily put my turbine right here and use the steam coming from here into the turbine, and then return the water from the turbine into this area right here. Now that this thing is full, I can remove this. Now, if I wanted to, I could just void the steam and not worry about it. But, you know, turbines are nice, so. Let's see, mechanism. Yeah, the reactor's done, but hey, there's no reward for that quest. Radiation, spicy air. Okay. Remember all that now. We're good. Splitting the atom. Doesn't make forge energy, it makes heat. Heat is used to make steam, which turns the turbine, which produces forge energy. You need to use water or sodium. Sodium is more efficient and therefore safer. I've never actually done a sodium before. Right. Well, we've got a lot of salt. So we can turn it to gaseous brine, condensate it into brine, separate that into sodium and chlorine. That's one of the reasons why it's kind of a pain to get. I've got a stupid amount of salt, though. 53,000. Thing is, I wouldn't be using that to... I wouldn't be using the salt to make brine with. I would just set up the thermal tower things. Yeah. Thermodynamic multi-blocks. Alright, so these are going to need pressurized tubes for these two guys here. This is going to need to go into the waste barrels. Right, these guys, radioactive waste barrel. Probably just one as an intermediary before it goes into... let's see, we can actually look it up here, right? Nuclear waste. We run it through an isotropic centrifuge. 10 millibuckets of waste becomes 1 millibucket of plutonium, which is what we need for the next quest anyway. Or we can run through a solar neutron activator to get polonium, which is how we can make polonium pellets, which are used for a lot of end-game mechanism stuff. So, yeah. Right. Did I teach you how to make the centrifuge? Why don't do that? Just that. Thank you. Does it take... Okay, so I just need ultimate control circuit. There it goes. It's done. Sweet. So you can go... Oh, probably here-ish, right? Right. I am going to need pressurized tubes to move the waste around. I believe I can use pipes to move the steam, though. And I still have to do the whole making of, radioactive fuel. So, get that out of here. And we'll just do that. Send that back home. I can probably send the sink back, too. Alright, so... Because I'm lazy, we're going to do that. So I can just bane mine all of those at once. And you need to be output coolant. You are going to be output waste. There we go. Now everything's color-coded. Wow. There's some crazy steps this to have. It always shocks me whenever I see that happen. I'm probably going to have to chunk load this even more. Let's see. Oh, the entire platform is already claimed. Let me go here. Yeah, I'm already force loading the max amount of chunks. 25. What the hell, FTB? What the hell? Alright. So... What's that? Oh, Centennial Trophy. Yeah, I've already got that. And... Water tank from Super Factory Manager. I have not used that mod in... Oh, since 1.6.4 when it was Steve's Factory Manager. Alright, so we need to get our fuel production up and running as well. So I need to get uranium going. Let's look up fuel, right? Not that fuel, but this stuff. Fissile fuel, a mechanism. We can get that by reprocessing old fuel, right? This comes from plutonium, and yeah, we can get 4 of these per plutonium. If you don't need plutonium for something, you can, yeah, make more fuel out of it. But uranium hexafluoride in an isotropic centrifuge equals fissile fuel. The hexafluoride is hydrofluoric acid plus uranium oxide, which is uranium cake, yellow cake uranium, and a chemical oxidizer. You get yellow cake from uranium ingots. Now, hydrofluoric acid, we need fluorine plus sulfuric acid, which is water and sulfur trioxide, which is oxygen and sulfur dioxide, which is sulfur dust in a chemical oxidizer. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And I still have to build a turbine for this. So how exactly am I going to do all of this then? All right, so our reactor is full of fuel now. I've got the whole thing set up over here. So I've got uranium being entangled ported from my storage system over there, over to here, being turned into yellow cake, oxidizing, going to here. Over here, I've got sulfur being crushed, because I only have sulfur from thermal, not the sulfur dust I need. It's going here, it's getting oxidized, going into here, being made into sulfur trioxide, mixing with water vapor for sulfuric acid, and melting down fluorite, which is coming in through this entangler porter here. I decided just to be easy, we're just going to have one entangler porter per resource. And then the hexafluoride is being sent into here, turning into fissile fuel, which is currently filling up this tube right here. So we have 254 buckets now of fissile fuel in this little pipe right here. Do not break this pipe, whatever you do. And make sure it's empty first, like truly empty first before you break it. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. See, this thing is full of water, ready to go. Over here, I have got a 5x5 by 7, or no, by 9 turbine. And I've built these before. There's probably other people who can show you how to do it better. There is actually a ponder in this pack as well on how to build turbines. It doesn't have the exact numbers down, but the Mechanism Wiki does. There's a formula you can use to figure out, the height versus the width or whatever. I think the max height of the turbine is width times 2 minus 1. So on a 5x5, you can have it a max of 9 and have it form. So it's, yeah, like, so there's a formula. And yeah. But the wiki does kind of lay it out in a very neat way to, nice and precise and hopefully not so confusing. Then I'm going to have steam coming out here, going into this valve here, so I can extract power. And then you just hook up your mechanical pipes to the vents here, and that should put water back into the reactor. Should. Let's go ahead and activate this. Oh my god, you're loud. I don't have a sound muffler mod. Dang it. I always forget how loud these things are. And there's no way to mute this. It's just freaking noisy. Alright, we're getting steam in here. And we are currently generating power, looks like. Okay. We're generating 2,800 kerfs, right? Flow rate is stabilized. We're not having any problems. Water is currently going down. So, have to keep an eye on that. This should stabilize once the pipes are full enough, I think. Now, if I go here, vents is limiting, blades is limiting. I cannot put any more blades in, and I cannot put any more vents in, so, yeah. Are you filling up with steam? No, you're not. Okay. So where is my water going then? That's the question, right? Because this is not filling up with steam, right? And these pipes aren't filling up. This isn't filling up with water. This isn't filling up with steam. This isn't filling up with steam. But we're having some issues with our water supply. I'm not seeing water at all coming out of these, so I've had issues with turbines in the past, and eventually by tweaking things I can get it to break even, but this one doesn't seem to want to do that. Should I just say stuff it and make another sink? Hey, look, we're filling up with water now. All right. Right. And this, okay, this pipe is now full. Our steam is not backfilling. So the water is just disappearing. But you know, it works. We're generating 2,800 forage energy a tick. If we come back here, our waste is coming out of here, going into this thing here. And every 10 millibuckets it gets, it's going to produce 1 millibucket of plutonium, and it's going to push it into here. And we're up to 37 millibuckets of plutonium now. I need 1,000 millibuckets to make 1 plutonium pellet. And it's also going to make nuclear spent waste, or whatever it's called, which I'm going to have to store until it decays naturally. However, at the rate it's currently working, I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. Yeah, I really don't think so. Let me go ahead and get ourselves a radioactive waste barrel. I need steel for you. Steel and lead. And our fuel's doing okay. Let me look at the pipe over here, right? All right, so, well, actually, kind of eyeballing it. Looks like we're producing enough fuel to keep this thing running. I'm okay with that. And let's see, we got that done. Geiger counter, okay. And then there's the hazmat suit I need to make. You're not fully protected, just mostly. Yeah, good to know. And then I can make polonium, which, you know, we can get into the SPS and stuff. Don't know if I need that quite yet. I do know I need DT fuel, which is the fuel for the fusion reactor. But I don't know if... end fiber. Okay, that one I'm not too sure about. Blaze fiber plus pop cores. Okay, blaze fiber is mage bloom plus that. Mage bloom comes from mage bloom. Which I need this, which, okay, yeah, that's not going to be a problem. I've got an enchanting apparatus set up, so. Here, another orb. Oh, that's from the golem that we killed when we were in the end. Okay. Mazal's powder, Enderium, dimensional mine shaft, Gaia steel, Efreet essence, Godborge pearl. Different essences, including the fruit of Garcia. I need to go to Glacio for that. We do need some antimatter. Okay. Antimatter is made in the chemical crystallizer from liquid antimatter. Which, this is made in the SPS, the supercritical phase shifter. We're going to need a lot of polonium. We need a full bucket of polonium to make 1 millibucket of antimatter. And then we need a bucket of antimatter to make 1 antimatter pellet. Yeah, so I'm going to have to up my game here on the... Here, let's go ahead and get this barrel made. On the production of stuff. So you go here. Let's go ahead and tube. Now we are going to go gas. No, gases. Output on the right. It's currently empty. Okay. We have, well, actually, it hasn't made any yet, so that's why it has nothing here to put into the barrel. Duh. Okay. You're doing okay? Yeah, your steam production is staying the same. Right. So... what is the slow down here? The oxidizer, that's right. These things you cannot upgrade. I mean, well, I've sped and energy upgraded it. You cannot turn it into a factory like this, though. So it can only do 1 item at a time. So this is like the slow spot of this whole line here. But I'm not needing a ton of power right now, and I don't need polonium or plutonium like instantly, so it's fine just to let this run as is. Water's doing good. We're not going to shut our turbine off at any time here. So let me go ahead and I'm going to set you to, or what, 0.1 millibuckets here. Let's go to 0.2. That'll double everything, pretty much. Doubles the heat production, doubles the burn rate. Should be giving us quite a bit more power now. And kind of eyeballing our fuel here. Yeah, we're fine. And yeah, we're up to 100 millibuckets now, so. But yeah, we're still producing fuel faster than this thing is burning it at 0.2 millibuckets a tick, so I'm okay with that. And if everything goes boom, I will just set the reactor up somewhere else and not worry about it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. It took a bit of time to get all this set up and whatnot, and fortunately I've got stuff I need to do off camera, so. Well, IRL anyway. But thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until the next one, Science signing out. Have fun.